so this is a great, awesome, and exciting event. A little bit about it. These students were selected by their various directors based on how well they've been playing, behavior, how well and how much initiative they've taken to get better at their instruments. Most of these kids at the beginning of this school year didn't know which way to open up the instrument case. And now, within one day, they put together 4 pieces of music. These kids have done amazing. They've had a lot of fun. They've worked real hard. They went from a 45-minute class to about 3 hours of rehearsal, sitting down playing the entire time. So we're super proud of all their hard work. Thank you to Ms. Mormon. She is the band director at SJ Welsh. She is one of the ones that were organizing and did a lot of the grunt work for this kind of project. And of course to Mr. Tony McCardo, he is the director of our visual performing arts. So he helps supply us with this beautiful facility and everything else that we need to be successful in our district. So, you're not here to listen to me, you're here to hear the kiddos talk. I'm going to introduce our wonderful clinician, and she has been an amazing resource today. And she is going to take us through a bunch of fun beginning band charts that the kids have really enjoyed. And she is currently the director and owner of Lake Area Music Academy, which is an opportunity for homeschool students to still participate in band. She has been a oboe private lessons instructor in this district for many years. If you ever thought about an oboe, you would have to go take lessons with her. And she has been a band director, a district honor band clinician for us for many years, and we're always grateful to have her here. And also, before we get started, please make sure your phones are on silent so that way we can have a wonderful performance without the interruption of a text message or a phone call. So, without further ado, please welcome Ms. Jones in the first ever CPSB Beginner Honor Band.
I've had so much fun working with these kids. I keep forgetting they're 6th graders. We were able to just really not just learn notes and rhythm, we were learning to play music together. And I've had so much fun with them. We're going to begin our concert with a piece called Snap, Clap, Swing, and you'll see why it's called that.
Thank